Recently, I found myself really angry at my neighbor. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that I was totally in the right, considering what they did to me and to my family. At the very least, I have the right to be angry. But my anger did not stop at what they did. And I have come to realize that I have developed a hostile attitude characterized by resentment towards them and contempt, really, for the whole family. Has that ever happened to you? Someone did something bad enough and long enough that you have developed anger in your heart toward that person. Although I believe in righteous indignation, and that's a holy anger. Remember Jesus overturning the tables in the temple? I'm not sure that my case qualifies. Sunday in my sermon, I asked the question, what does God require of us in the 6th, 7th, and 8th commandments? And the Apostle Paul answers that question clearly in Romans chapter 13, verses 8 through 10. He says, "Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. For whoever loves others has fulfilled the law." The commandments: you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and whatever other command there may be, are summed up in this one command: love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the Old Testament law. You know, the heart of the 6th commandment, you shall not kill, is essentially about anger. Jesus said, even if you are angry at your neighbor, you will be guilty of the law. And he goes on to say that true righteousness results in loving even your enemy and praying for those who persecute you. You know, God sent his one and only Son into the world to demonstrate his love and righteousness by dying for his enemy. And now God sends his church, called out from the world, back into the world as salt and light, transformed into Christ's image. And one way we fulfill our mission is by living according to this special kind of debt, the debt of love. I'd like to invite all the men to come to our men's breakfast and Bible study this Saturday morning, March 28th at 8:30 a.m. We will have the opportunity to look deeper into the essence of these commandments, dealing with anger, lust, and self-promotion, and how we can overcome these things, following Christ together. We'll also have a testimony from Victor, a young man on the verge of becoming a daddy. Come out and give him support. Saturday at 10 a.m., our UC Women's Bible Study, Seeking Him, will also meet. And then on April 25th, we will once again call all volunteers and ministry leaders together for our one-day spiritual retreat with Brian and Julie Host, where we develop our head. Here it is, our head, our heart, and our hands, with the goal of becoming godly leaders, transformed into the image of Christ. Stay well, friends. Stay connected to the vine, to his word, and to his people in these changed and ever-changing times.